and welcome back. I thought this was a simpler way to do a review on these things. If you did check out my last video though, I did use the Fender Mustang micro guitar amp with these particular Inear monitors to let you know what they sounded like on that little tiny headphone guitar amp, and they are flipping awesome. Now, I bought these a few years ago, and it appears the price hasn't changed. Inflation hasn't affected them yet. Yes! Anyways, great news for you guys at least. However, I had to pay this price, of course, originally, and it's a good price for these in-ear monitors. They are really great sounding. For single driver in-ears, they are fantastic. Now, I used to have an in-ear monitor system in the studio, and I found other ways around things so that I don't actually need all these extra things plugged in to the wall sockets. And so now I have a different way of using these things with a longer extension cord. Because either way, you got a wire hanging out. What the heck? And I'm in the studio. It's not that huge of a room anyway, so it works. But anyways, if you want to use your own wireless in-ear stuff on stage, of course, that is the best place to have a in-ear monitor electronic box unit for these things. Anyways, now these things have replaceable complete parts. So you can replace just the cable or just the left side or just the right side or both at once. You can get extra like earpiece things to fit your ears properly, though they do come with a variety of choices of extra little ones, which will show you that little picture here. So this is what you get in the kit. You get these, the black ones here are actually more of a thicker foam, where these gray ones are kind of like hollow stuff. So depending on your ear canals, you got choices, which is great. And you can always order extras if you ever wear out the proper set that fits your ears. Okay, and of course you do get the nice cool little case as well, etc. The cable just simply unplugs from the in-ear monitor itself. And they are on there quite secure, so you don't have to worry. And because they can rotate, and they're designed to, because this area right in here, hopefully you can see, this actually bends to conform to your ear. Okay, so you can just kind of bend it, and it kind of stays there reasonably well. Okay, so awesome. So it prevents twisting of the cable and premature wear out of the cable. And it is a very good quality, high quality cable too. So no worries there. It is Shure after all. They do make some amazing microphones. And I've got a few of their mics, an SM58 as well as a PGA48, which I use on my Yamaha DGX 670 keyboard that I recently bought. So anyways, as far as sound quality goes though, they are really, really good. So if you are in a mix with a band and you need to hear other stuff, as well as yourself, etc., perfect. I hate stage monitors myself. They cause more problems than anything, and the quality of sound absolutely sucks from them. But when it comes to in-ear monitors, if you're using that on stage, definitely ideal. Now, there are better ones out there, obviously. Okay, these are not the end-all and be-all. But if you're on a budget and you still want good quality and really good quality, these SE215s are definitely a really awesome choice. Okay, and I'm pretty sure you're going to love them. Now, if you do want the higher end, of course, there are higher end ones, $600, $700, $800 units. But I find that a little bit mental unless you're actually a professional touring musician, in which case, yeah, okay, that you would want definitely multi-driver units for. But if you're not in that position, you're just in a home studio like I am, or you're just playing at your local church, or whatever gigs or whatever, just not doing anything on the total pro end where you need that super high end kind of type of sound, then these are definitely going to fit the bill. And they work awesome with these headphone amps. Now, Vox makes them, Fender has them, a lot of companies make these little micro amps for our guitars, right? And we can plug into them and not tick people up at 3 o'clock in the morning when we want to rock out and blow our hearing apart. And yes, they can get quite loud too, even through those little amps. Anyways, so this is a set that I would definitely recommend if you're looking for this sort of thing. The specs are down in here, of course, which you'll also see in the description box below. I'll add all this text in there for you guys to read over as well. Now, I got mine at Long McQuaid. I do happen to live in Canada, of course, but you can buy these at anywhere that sells Shure products. Not a big deal. You might even get a set on sale, which would be really awesome. Now, of course, the average reviews on the Long & McQuaid website, though there's only 19 of them, yeah, you've got an average rating of 4 out of 5. Now, not everybody does written reviews on stuff they purchase, so they've probably sold, thousands of these units through Long McQuaid. Just 19 people decided, I want to write a review. So we have something to read upon, right? Get people's opinions. And let's take a quick look. Now, some people here, of course, we got a guy. These earbuds came highly recommended. Disappointed with the sound and fitment. Comes with all sorts of adapters to fit your ear, but sadly none of them fit properly. And they keep popping out. Very tiny sound quality. I recommend buying something from a dollar store rather than spending $129. So I'm going to say here, this guy's from Edmonton, South Alberta. I'm going to say probably he's not using them correctly. Maybe he's expecting to just pop them in his head like, a set of Apple earbuds, and they don't really fit that tight. Well, they got to fit tight into your ear canal. Okay, so you do have to use the right size in order to create that amount of proper pressure. So I'm going to discount this guy as he has no clue what he's doing. What else we got? I purchased this product brand new, and it was crackling out of the box. I'm really disappointed on how this turned out. Crackling can be caused by the socket you're plugging into. It is possible he did get a defective set. Why he did not take them back for a replacement to try again, because you're not going to get two in a row like that. It's going to be your equipment that's the hassle. Now, I will say this too. I bought a low-end in-ear monitor system, and it wasn't the most perfect fitting plug, but it worked really well, okay? But then again, you got to look at the wireless system you're using too. Is it older generation? Mine was. And older generation frequencies can also get mixed up and cause weird stuff to happen. Okay, so I'm kind of a little on the fence on this one. Here's another guy here. I bought these in the advice of a store advisor, and based on the Shure name, sounded pure bristle, tiny, and absolute no bottom end. Well, I don't know what the heck this guy's talking about, because, yeah, they got some pretty darn good bottom end. I don't know what he's plugging into either. And see, this is the problem here too, with people not giving a full description of what equipment are you plugging into. Are you even EQing things? Because, in-ear monitors, you don't just leave your bass, mid, and treble right at, 12 o'clock. You've got to EQ your sound, okay? And if you're not EQing your sound, well, let me think. That could be a problem. All right, moving along. Best under $200, okay? These buds at amazing high and low. See, here we go. Somebody who has a brain here. Everything from Mozart to Orange Goblin. Okay, I'm not a Mozart thing. Jazz sounds out of this world. Cannot believe I only paid $129. Plug in Audio Quest Dragonfly Red in between a Galaxy 9 Plus. See, now this is a guy that's got some freaking equipment here, okay? Obviously. Someone else, 2.5, right? I own it. I took the time to test each pair of sleeves included in the package, determine proper fit for the sound for me. Well, the fit has nothing to do with the sound for you. It has to do with proper fitting to your ears. Few Spectrum wave files accompanying my drums. Found the foam sleeves to provide much greater isolation and low-end output than their silicone counterparts. However, I found the high-end lacking definition and clarity. The high-frequency sounded rolled off. Again, that could be some EQing problems on his part. Who knows what these guys have for equipment? I don't have a high-end mixer at home anymore. I just got what I actually really need. There's wants and needs, like I only need, literally, we discussed this at Long and Quaid yesterday. I only need 2 guitars, one electric, one acoustic. That's all I actually need. But what I want and have is several. I think I got about 12 or 13 guitars in here now. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12. Wait a second. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I got 12. And I'm still looking for a couple more yet. I still got 2 more hooks to fill, guys. Come on. Then I'm going to have to start putting them on the floor. But anyway, good monitors. Mind-blowing. And this is entry level. Okay, see, there you go. Great product, great sound, low quality. SE215s. Okay, some guy, I learned a lesson. You cannot try these before buying them. Obviously, because they go in your ears. It's a hygienic thing. You know, you cannot try out ahead of time. You got to kind of take your chances. So that's why we have YouTube for, so you can actually get the opinion of others. That's why I did my last video where I had them in my head. I got to hear everything and then give you my opinion based upon using these things on a headphone amp on my electric guitar, and I was just freaking blown away. I thought, wow, these are awesome. You know, and there's not much for EQ settings on that little headphone amp, but man, these sounded really good. Studio quality sound for great value. See, here we go. You know, we got some people who are actually, you know, using these things. Cons, not the most neutral. Well, I think he meant natural sounding. If you want a more natural sound, again, that's EQ, right? Design may not appeal to some people, right? Well, I don't know about that part, but, you know, some people, well, there are a lot of different designs of these things, like for shapes and stuff. I actually find them quite nice and comfy, right? And they sit right in my ears just fine, you know? So, but anyway, so you've got some reviews here. We definitely got some people who have no freaking clue on how to use stuff. And a possible, maybe it could be his plug on his unit. Maybe he's using a poor grade quality wireless unit with this. You know, if you have a lower end unit, you're going to expect frequency clashes, static to happen. Could be the plug. Who knows? Maybe it was my plug. Maybe it was just because I had a low quality unit. I mean, I really did not feel like spending $600 or $700 on a really half decent, and I do mean half decent for that kind of money. Okay. That's not even the high-end stuff, but I didn't feel like spending that kind of money for in the studio here. I figured, well, I could get away with this, you know, cheaper set, and, you know, it worked pretty good. You know, I was quite happy, although, you know, I did experience a little bit of static here and there from that unit, but the buds themselves, I can plug them into anything else, and they are just beautiful. So, anyways, don't always take the bad reviews as something that's really bad, especially when you got the good guys here, like these guys and me, who really know how to use stuff. So that's a big difference. Anyways, take a look, see what you think. Try a set out. It's $129 for a really decent set. You know, Shure is really got a really awesome name in the business. Not saying everything they make is perfectly fine, but, you know, these things are actually pretty good. So your option. Either way, I would definitely put these things at a solid 4.5 out of 5 in my opinion. You know, but that's just where I'm at with them, and I think the price at $129, it hasn't changed in the last few years, which is fantastic too. You know, and just outstandingly good quality for a single driver unit. But if you want more better quality sound above all this, and you know, so when you're EQing, it's even more sensitive and all this, and you can really dial stuff in majorly, then you're gonna have to spend $600 to $800 on a really high-end set of in-ear monitors. But for $129, man, they're pretty sick. Okay, anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. We are definitely sure to catch you guys on the next one. See ya.